Welcome to the Paranormal Gateway Paratalk. My name is Scott Wise, the host. Tonight's special guests are Jay Blackburn and Katlin Stello from Northern Appalachian Paranormal Society. Jay and Katlin will share some of their personal and team experiences from past investigations. Without further ado, let's welcome Katlin and Jay to the show. Hello, guys.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Oh
Sure.
Yeah. This is
Sure.
fun.
Looking forward to it. To getting you guys on here. So you want to start off? Doesn't matter which one, and explain what got you interested in paranormal. Jay,
You want to
first.
start off?
It doesn't matter to me.
You don't know. You
know what? Here, I'll change it up. I'll do it first.
Right, you do it then.
Okay, I'll do it. So I was born and raised in a house with a lot of paranormal activity, and so that became the normal to us. So kind of scared me until I was, as I got older, had seen some apparitions in my house, saw some stuff move, saw things turn off and on, like heard toys going off. So we had a lot of experiences as kids. Freaked me out. And then probably in my teens, I started watching all the horror movies, started getting into the paranormal TV shows whenever I was in college, and then just finally said that was a bonding thing for my mom and I. And shortly after she got sick with pancreatic cancer, she and I watching all the horror movies, watching all the TV shows, and then after she had passed, I said, you know what, this was something she wanted to do. So I joined up with Jay and some other guys about 3 years ago, Jay? Something like that. 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's about 2 years, I think.
Something like right around COVID. And I'd done some investigations without them and finally said, I want a controlled group and see what I can learn. And I've been learning from these guys ever since. So I kind of do it in honor of my mother because she couldn't never do it.
Yeah.
And I just hope she's with me to protect me in some of these shadier areas.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she is.
Yeah, she is. You got me all teary-eyed there, Caitlin. Don't do that.
Man. Truth.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'll go. I mean, that's cool. Unless you want to keep going. I mean, that's fine too.
That's my story there.
No, I'm Jay. I was born and raised in a little small town in Kentucky, Pikefoot, Kentucky, which Caitlin's been there back in May. Yeah, I took her down.
I've been there twice.
Yeah. So that was my hometown. And living in a small town like that, anything paranormal, that's pretty much what we grew up with, urban legends and stuff like that. And so I've been pretty much intrigued and more as an enthusiast since I was probably like 7, 8 years old. And my mom's dad passed away in 1999. I just graduated high school, I was straight out of, doing that, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And I pretty much, that last year, we spent pretty much the whole time taking care of him. And he ended up, he was 80, had lung cancer. And the night we ended up burying him up, we have a family cemetery that was straight across from where I lived at. And that night, it was August. It was the beginning of August, I do believe. And if you ever been down like Kentucky around August, it's hot, especially at night.
Oh.
It stays just humid. And the house I grew up in wasn't completely finished as a 2-story house. So, the room I was in was just more like half. We wasn't even done finishing building it. And that night I felt, like one of those big comfortable sets, those real thick blankets. Like I said, it was probably 80 some degrees, 70 some degrees. It was just hot. I had two fans going. We had ACs going. It still didn't help. And I felt this blanket to go over top of me, and it started tucking me in. And I jumped up. I saw the shadow figure standing in front of my bed that was the same height and the same width of my grandfather. And he just walked that back down the steps, and you didn't hear no footsteps, anything. So that kind of got my mind going, like, what was that? Because I asked my mom and dad if it was them, and they was like, no. I ended up waking them up by turning on my light and yelling at them. And so that kind of, like I said, that intrigued me. And then I go and say 2004, about 2005, 2006, I was going through, the channels and stuff, and I saw this, this new show came out on Sci-Fi Channel, and these guys actually had a team. They're out looking, I'm saying, what is this? And they came back and ghost hunting or something. These guys got a really cool idea, and I didn't really, put two and two together, so I kept on watching and stuff. And then me and my wife met up probably 2009, 10, something in that area, probably around the end of it, really. It's been 12 years since we've been together, so I can barely remember, when we actually went to dating. But, I do remember when we got married, though, so I'm good.
Right.
But so me and her would sit there, we watched it and we started talking. We moved up here, and I told her, I think it's time. I think it's really time to really start with what we've been talking about for all these years. And probably for the first year or two, I was going out on myself representing the team that we made. And then, like Caitlin said, she came up. She, wanted to learn some stuff. We have 18 other people. Most of them, like 5 of them's down south, and some of them's up here scattered around. So, not all of us goes out on investigations. Usually it's probably like maybe 10 of us or less. Usually that'll go. So, that's the biggest goal. I want these guys to learn. I don't want them to feel like I'm that guy who, who's going to sit them push them to do stuff. I mean, if you want, I tell them,
Right.
if there's something you want to try, you try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll tell you about how I start off. By the way, I got you beat in marriage. We're married to a wife 22 years. I'm sure my age now. It's I turned 55. Oh God.
Not that far behind you, man.
Yeah.
I'm 43.
Yeah, but we started off. Well, I did the same thing you did. I mean, when I was younger, we got that kind of stuff, libraries and stuff, and of course, back when I was in high school, they didn't have PCs yet, really. But it was like 2 years later when they started, coming out with laptops and stuff. I mean, they had PCs a while, but laptops weren't really popular. It's like probably big in the 90s. Better ones, anyways.
Yeah.
So we had a VCR and VCR tapes, and then we had certainly had the cams. I love those things. Though I still do that one now. I still 22 years old. I still use it. But yeah, I started off looking for a place in PA, and there was a group I got to hook up with. I was with them about a year. I brought my friend on who she was just and it's not the same time that the group signs were out too. I was doing a few years before that. But then I started doing it more of the group setting, and I was with this group, and then they didn't start carrying any more head problems with the actual founder. I'm not saying names or anything, but he just didn't really characters anymore because at that time we were doing clients, like residential cases, and he wouldn't get stuff on time because we do thought be 2 or 3 weeks usually try to get together because we had 4 or 5 people at that time. And well, I jump right on. I love doing EDP work. I do hours and hours. I love doing it, so that's not bothering me. Going to our evidence. Never did. So I just talked one friend and said, I'm not wasn't against that, but I think we gotta leave and start a group. So a year after that, we got another guy who's a tech guy from Dover, PA, and he joined us. He builds all kind of stuff for us, and we were together 14 years, I guess, for him. Yeah. We got a long time. We got to do a lot of places. We did some more floppy ones too, like in the house.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? I love it. We were there for a whole weekend. Yeah. We got some of the weirdest, creepiest, like a savage roar in the woods, like. And it was really creepy. And we kept thinking it was Bigfoot because there was a whole bunch of them going off at once. And that's what the best evidence we got when we were up there. But I can play for you real quick, about a minute of it. If you want to hear it real quick.
Yeah.
Sure. It starts off sounding some messing recorder. We had a recorder out in the forest overnight. And then it sounds some rattling, and you hear look into it, and then back in the background, you hear the woods, like a howling, weird. It's a weird. I think it's weird reason to hear birds chirping too. But we figured out what's around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. That goes. We played it back, but here we go. I'll start up. It goes on for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
The kid's rattling the recorder.
Yeah, certain times it kind of reminds you like a dog trying to howl and bark at you. But once you really start listening to it, just the deepness of it is.
And what's that? Has background.
Yeah, I haven't really, I've heard dog howls and stuff like that, echoes, but that's a really deep.
That's a long time too.
Yeah, I'd play the whole thing. It's 3-minute song.
Wow, that's something. I mean, it's
I think
I mean, yeah. See, when it comes to Bigfoot, man, I mean, when I was younger, like I said, when I was like 7, 8, our little elementary school library had, books about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, and stuff like that. So I was the strange one out of the whole bunch, I guess. And I always kept on reading it, but back in the mid 80s, when it comes to Bigfoot, they're hauling out, they always said it was out west. And I believed that for the longest time until I came this way. When I moved up north and I ran into some, a couple of locals and stuff, and they was talking about, yeah, man, you can go to a certain spot down on the southern side of the state, and you can get them stuff like that. And and I'm like, I've never heard of it. Being from leaving the West and coming all over here. And once I started really looking at it a little bit more in depth, I'm like, these things are like really, truthfully, they're all over the place. I mean, it's just something that they give you can't explain.
Right. And we got that, and holy, what the hell was that? And what we did, we tried to cover up bases and debunk it, and we even got a telephone book and looked for kennels in the area, and there weren't any kennels in the area, and that, and up there, then, I don't think it really done with the, it's definitely not a fox, and if it's a wolf, I don't know, I can't explain it. I said I asked to some people to listen to it, and they never got back to me, so. But, yeah, that was a fun trip. Yeah, I think going back in the spring, I'd like to. I'm trying to get some, I already have like basically 2 people on my group now about here. So I'm trying to collab with other groups to do stuff. Because it's, yeah. Plus power it gets expensive, hell go. Some of these places.
Mm-hmm.
So, I usually pay. Yeah, I usually play more than 100 but yeah, fun. Okay, you guys want to talk about with the investigations? I know you sent that video of that in the window.
Yes.
Which investigation was that?
That was at the Green. Sorry. The Greene County Historical Society and Museum.
Okay.
Originally, that was one of the poor farms in the state, and I think right around the early, like 63, 64, I believe, when they pretty much shut down the county homes. That and all they moved across the road from it. If I'm not mistaken, me, you, and Matt was talking about that. I believe, Caitlin.
Yeah, I think they said that.
Yeah,
well, I don't think I was there,
yeah.
but that.
Yeah, moving across the road there. And then I think like a year after that, the Historical Society came in and bought the property, and they wanted to make it as a museum. And that video, we were still setting up. I mean, we was using another team's DVR system, which, we still, me and the founder of that, we still talk, and we're going to go help them this weekend for a fundraiser with those guys, and we have a lot of fun with those guys. They came out and helped us a couple weeks ago, and like I said, we was using his, and right before we, take out the lights, we always put like little, there's little, what do you call them? Glow sticks. We put them around the tripod so nobody can come up and knock them down, damage them.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah. He comes up with some really cool stuff, and so one of the guys is in there. You see this thing just peek through and trying to see what's going on, and then it just vanishes, and the other guy comes in. So I played. After we caught it, we almost deleted the whole thing because we didn't see anything. And lo and behold, we had my two of them, Judy and Carrie, who's part of the team, and both of them is pretty much my leads. When I'm not around and stuff like that. And I keep on telling them that if I'm not there, go for it. And well, Judy's husband Dave was one who caught this thing moving, and he was looking at like 4 different cameras at the same time. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Guys, you need to come over and look at this." So we get done, we go over there, and he zoomed it in. We were sitting there watching, and you just watch this thing come through, and I was ecstatic. I told him to do it. out of everything I saw, the evidence you have, and then this, Alex, dude, we can't figure this out. So the day we went and done, I ended up going down, reviewing the evidence with them, being the guy who was in the shop. Went over and we tried to debunk and stuff. We thought somebody came from the door, the side door to the building, and it couldn't be possible. It was too far away from that one room. So I went back home after I sold it to him, and I kept on playing. I was like, this is within 1 second, Alex. There was no way nobody can move that quick away from him for not seeing someone leave that room. And he never saw nobody. And then one of the staff members, after she watched it again, she got up with me and she's like, Jay, I've seen this lady in that, I think it was like the bottom of the second floor. And she told me, she said, Jay, I've seen this lady like 3 days before you guys showed up on that same week.
Well, a place for you.
Yeah, that place it's an awesome place. It really is.
That sounds like it. Cool. Here we go.
So, but there she is.
Yeah.
And here's our guy. That was it. Okay. And if you look on the stove, the old wood burning stove right there.
Here, let me put on a loop here.
Right before she comes in.
Here, okay.
Yeah. So if you look right there at the base of it, before she pops in, you'll see a shadow go past the stove, and then she'll come into view.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll do it one time. Two guys.
Yeah. Can you see it go like kind of behind it?
Yeah, I definitely
that
see it.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a little bit to find that shadow. Something's funny, and I was seeing that shadow, and she popped in. I was, holy crap!
Yeah. Wow. Good catch.
It really was. I was really ecstatic when they found that.
But Jay, we all know that Dave has such an eye for detail. If anybody's going to catch it, it's going to be them.
Yeah, he does.
With his background, he is so meticulous. He could pick out anything, slight movement.
Oh yeah.
Actually, all three of them are like that, but Dave in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So, our investigations, which one do you think was the most memorable? Like, with evidence or just...
it's kind of hard to sit there and say, because...
See, I get everybody all the time. I always say it's a favorite place or something like that. Every time I get to. Because I was like one place.
Okay, so... Pre me joining the team, I went to Waverly Hills, and that was amazing. And then I also went to Old Hospital on College Hill, and both of those places, I'm in healthcare. So with those both being in healthcare, those places always stick out to me because there was so much, as much negative as went on at each one of those places. You also had so much life, so much hope. Waverly, they were innovative with all their tuberculosis things. And if it wasn't for places like Waverly Hills, we wouldn't have a lot of the treatments that we have, no matter how barbaric they seemed. But I think with the team, I'm going to have to say, was it Licking County Jail? And probably Greene County or Hillview, just because we frequent those places. But Old Licking County Jail was, we got some interesting. We just had fun that night.
You just can't really show that, live, anything like that. It might offend some people.
Yeah, we did Burlington County Jail before. They're fun.
Oh, that was a cool place. I definitely want to go back over there too. I mean,
We had the nicest guy that was our
mhm,
guide, and always ensured our safety because it wasn't like the best the time of the night. There was a lot of stuff that was going on, but for every floor we had something different,
mhm.
like just so much different interaction, whether it was audio and Jay and I, neither one of us are big into the SLS camera. We had caught some
Right.
interesting things with that against the wall, so it
Mm-hmm.
had nothing to map it out. Um, and it was just so much fun. Like, even though that place had a lot of dark stuff that happened, it was still cool because we had fun interactions with them. Because when
Yeah.
we go into a place, we make it lighthearted. If we joke around, we try to get them involved in conversations, and we don't sit there and talk about, how'd you die, or why did you do this, or why'd you hang yourself. Like, that's not the type of people we are. We don't try to
No.
focus on the
Uh,
negative.
I've never been there, but we never did that.
Yeah, I think you end up getting so much more positive. Like,
Right.
Jay knows my signature question. Every time we go on an investigation, I say, "What color's your underwear?" And it's so random, but I've gotten answers almost every time. But it's, them kind of just seeing, okay, well, this person's lighthearted, so we're hoping to kind of bring more, to get more responses then when we're joking around and we're not talking about the negative. I just did a tour last week at Hillview, and a child asked me about, you know, you guys tell us about so much dark stuff that had happened, and I said, you have to remember, every one of these places that had not such very nice history, just there's just an equal amount of good things that happen. And I said, and unfortunately, during a tour, you can't discuss all that. So I said, you have to remember, in these places, they had parties, they had celebrations. So I said, what we do here is we try to give them names, we try to give them identities. But I said, no matter where you go, there was still some fun or some good memories that happened. And I think a lot of that's keeping the spirits there. There was some type of positive impact, imprint that left them there.
Would you have any mean spirits or element?
Mm,
I mean, like demonic. Demonic
yeah,
just so. Demonic. I just say mean spirits. I never really had anything
yeah,
demonic in all the years that I, yeah.
Demonic is that word that gets thrown around so
Uh,
freely. Have we had negative entities? People are not very happy. Absolutely.
oh yeah,
I had a bad experience where I'm not going to say the location, but my vocal cords were paralyzed for a week, and I struggled with getting myself back to normal. And I was literally, I hate to say the word attacked, but something attached itself to me from the inside out. My whole body was shaking, couldn't speak. My friends had to carry me outside and get me grounded. And I think, Jay, it took me 5 days, 7 days probably by the time I felt,
yeah.
okay. I was
That's
actually
right.
supposed to go to Moundsville that week, and I
I told you
called
to
him
take a
up and
break.
said, yeah,
Yeah, we
uh,
decided on that. Yeah, you needed that break after that.
yeah,
yeah, you'd be draining, especially if if like, I do it for a while, and there's places I went to it the same way. There's this one bar in, is that is that Exton Township of PA? I think it is Exton. There a bar there, and we were down basement, and I walked in the back of the basement. That's why it goes burn up. There, like a little fire. I'm like, get me out of there. I almost thought I got sick. Once I got outside, I felt better. But that time we had one of our, yeah, we had a medium with us for a while. She was really good, but she did. We don't have one anymore. But she found out that, didn't know, but that was the house there that burnt down, and that's part of the family I think was killed there. And I didn't know that, but we went back in and turned the lights on, and up you can see like charred timber still on it. There's leftovers from the ones they had put in there. So sometimes I can feel that kind of stuff. I'm also susceptible to EMF also, so that can get to me also places. But yeah,
I said about my favorite biggest places. What about you? I know you're getting put on this. You're getting put on the spotlight now.
You both done this. You know, you both did this to me.
Hey, I went first for the first time. Usually I go, Jay, you go.
well, the ladies first. That's what we want first.
Exactly. See, me and Scott, we agree on that.
Yeah,
Jay's always the gentleman.
We're being very polite. I mean,
Jay's always polite. He's always the good Southern boy.
Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, my favorite place. I mean, oh yeah, you got me on the spot here. I might have to say two of them. I really do. And it's, you know, I mean, at the moment, I would have to say Hill View and the Greene County pool farm, because they both had pretty much the same history, but once the pool farm ended, one just moved everything out. It was just an empty house. As Hill View, when that transition happened, they ended up making that into a modern nursing facility. And there's just so much difference in activity at both places. Like, you know, Hill View, you know, you run into your grumpy runs, and, you know, you get cussed out, and, you know,
normal.
You get told to get out a lot.
I get called out names.
I mean, we can go down to over to the Greene County pool farm, and we can spend 10, 12 hours there, no problem. And when we leave, and we'll start gathering evidence. Usually it takes us a little bit to gather the evidence from them, because we normally wait and go back, like doing their little harvest festival that we have. Well, they have, not we. Oh, it's been a long day. So when they asked us to come back, and that's when we were showing, you know, the whole staff what we found from the last times we was there. And it's always something different. And Hill View is the same way. It's different, but, you know, they don't really interact. I mean, we interact with them up at Hill View, and then the staff members down in the Greene County one would actually interact with them down there. And we got told numerous times when we leave, that place is so just peaceful. And I'm like, well, that's, you know, that's not what we expect. And they told me they had a group like 2 weeks after we left, and it took them 2 weeks to calm the activity back down. They were so aggravated with the way they was, you know, they investigated the place.
Wow. Those places should say a lot of things that shouldn't be there. I don't believe have Ouija boards or any kind of thing outside or in that crap. I should be on the thing, and I'll be in checking, and that'd be a rule. If that's it, you're out. You know, you paid money, you gotta follow the rules. If you don't, you're out. Because that's just the way it should be. Because that provoking shit, I don't go for. So, I mean, I look at...
Yeah, no. That's one thing I gotta tell those guys. We just don't do that.
No. Some of my favorite places, especially, is guys there here at Post-Town Elementary School.
Never heard of it.
Post-Town Elementary School in Ohio.
That was
Post-Town. Yeah, it's Ohio here.
Yeah.
It's like an hour down the road from me. So I've been there 2 times. But you got one of the best evidence there ever throughout all these years. I'll tell you about it, and I can quickly show you. It's like a 30-second. But they had this an old wheelchair, and it had like an old bucket seat and a leather, and in the auditorium or gymnasium, whatever you call it, they had basketballs, and they didn't bounce really at all because they're mostly deflated. Well, just goofing off, the one guy put it on the chair, and then me and my other friend were sitting up down the one room, get stuff together to go out and investigate. And they come down and they say, "Did you move that ball of the chair?" We said, "What chair are you talking about? I mean, we didn't move from the spot, getting ourselves together to go." And they go, "No way, no way." And then so Bill, who had his camera on up there, he goes up and gets them and brings it back. Did we catch the son bitch going off a chair all across the floor? Yeah, I'll show you real quick. Oh my god, I get goosebumps every time I see it. When I think you see that's right on the chair. You'll see little like shiny parts. That's your IR bounce off the metal part. Well, that's your baseball on the chair. And then it comes off with such a force you can hear it bounce.
I was gonna say do a full screen, yeah. I was gonna say do a full screen, yeah.
Yeah.
We had flashed it. It
really did.
Had a little force line. It's kind of funny because the guy who owns the place, he's such a sweetheart because the guy just got Ohio. Maybe set something up and we go. But that place is active. I get tons of shit out of that place. Tons. But yeah, his nephew helps out a lot. He used to place, together, because there's still floors to crack walls and that kind of stuff. And but he saw that. I'm not going back at you, man. Oh, you could be back in there. Yeah, but yeah, we get lucky sometimes, and that was one of the better ones. But another place, you guys ever get up to New York?
Yeah.
Up in New York, there's a lot of places up there. Besides Tyndale, there's also the Palmyra Historical Museum. That place is awesome. And they have like a Phelps general store beside it, where a family, on that land there, a family burned to death at that spot. And they moved their general store on top of it. And it was a general store, a family home. And then we got over at Best UP's there. They're upstairs and the guy talked to us. We didn't come along for the tour because he actually worked there as a volunteer. And they took all of us that night, and he was talking about some light on my computer flashing. I had a USB stick in it, and it was like, doing the blinking thing. And that's all it was. But after that, you hear EVP, and we never heard of it. And I play it back. And it sounds like it's saying, "Come on down with us." Really creepy. Yeah. I'll play it quick.
Was that Pennywise?
Oh my god, wait to hear his voice. Here you go.
Hey, come on out. These guys came all the way from Pennsylvania to come and see you. Did that light just go out on that computer? Is there a reason that did that? He said, hey, come on out. These guys came all the way from Pennsylvania to come and see you. Did that light just go out on that computer? Is there a reason that did that?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that.
I think it was Pennywise.
I know. If I would have heard that,
Yeah.
if I would have heard that while I was there, I would say, "Whoa!" But, but we get so lucky with stuff we get over the years. I mean, we get luck last days. I mean, we get tons of B's, but I mean, I don't even really register C's anymore. I just doing there, but we get tons of stuff. I miss going out so much. I do.
Scott,
Yeah,
Iron Island in Buffalo, New York. I've been up there 3 or 4 times. Iron Island Museum. It was a funeral home at one point. One of my best friends is a well-known psychic medium up there, Chelsea Gill, and she had taken me up there with a group of her friends, and we've gotten a lot of children running up and down the hallway. We've gotten a lot of cool interaction up there. But it's like small place that you only want to take maybe 5 to 10 people. But it's amazing because there's so much history there. But that's right in Buffalo. It's a real cool place.
We've been to another place out here. It's the Mansfield Fire Museum. That place, it's also like one level for me because I'm a walker now. I have to get around with earlier, and so it's like one level, and we get a lot of stuff out of there. I mean, we see the shadows all the time. Flappers from the weird claw. I was setting stuff up in theater, and she was now walking around, and she came back and she jumped. She goes, "Damn it, you Scott!" I'm like, "What?" And she looked in the corner. I'm down at the computer. She was running. She goes, "Jesus Christ!" That scared the shit out of me. And as she thought about it, so like a man sitting there, looked like he had one of the fire caps on. She thought about it. Oh my God! I reached the shadows. Oh my God! All the time there. They usually dart back and forth to the fire. And, oh my
Now,
God.
is that near the reformatory?
No.
It's not.
No. Oh, it's not I don't know, really, because
Because it's Mansfield.
it's Nashville, but I think I've been to both, but I like it with directions. I have GPS for that. Yeah, but I never got to investigate the reformatory yet. I've been to 2 of the Paracons, and I was just at this past Paracon this year. And then in Pennsylvania, I took vacation back home for like about 13 days, I think we say. And I got to go to the Gettysburg Battle Bash while I was there. A lot of fun. So I got to do 2 this year.
Yeah, I didn't go down for that one this year.
You and I were at Penhurst Paracon
Yeah.
instead of going to the other one.
That get to go to that one. It's in PA.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Eastern PA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the same weekend as the Mansfield, so it was kind of hard. We had to pick it.
That's just weird planning. Yeah, that's so weird. Because where you're closest to our house.
We're right at the halfway point between both places, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Mansfield's like an hour drive for me. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole Penhorse thing, wasn't like a spur of the moment thing, but me and my wife, we talk about it, and then we get down there and we walk around. We got Jack Osborne's autograph and stuff, and so we sat in this little Q&A panel, and the cat, all the ghost hunters came up, Jason,
Oh,
Steve,
cool.
Tango, and Sherry, and Chris Williams. They was up there talking. She told me, she looked at me and went, babe, if this is just as close as I can get to them, I'm happy. I'm like, nope. We drove 4 hours down here. Nope. We're going right in line. Let's go. So she got to meet those guys. I mean, it was cool for someone who pretty much took, their technique and, in my eyes, I think I made it my own way. And I think Caitlin could probably vouch for that. Everybody tells me that my technique is really unique.
Yeah. A lot of it was the 1 year downstairs. If it downstairs, it's at the Ohio Oratory, Paratalk, the first time I went to. And we're downstairs, and they're still setting up. Usually, when you first get there, they don't mind talking to you, really, at all. And I got to talk to Steve from Ghost Hunters for about 15 minutes. And oh my gosh, he is such a sweetheart. He is. Yeah. He's a nice guy. And I got a picture of him too.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cool. Up there, people don't charge for it, and I don't go for that. We came to see you, paying to come see you, and watching your show. What you should do is, And the last time I got a picture of Energy Perron. Interviews, right?
Yeah.
I had her on the show last year.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh my gosh, I love her. I do.
I just saw her up in Michigan Paracon. I flew up for that this year. And then I knew I was going to Massachusetts, and I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to drive up to your... I refuse to call it the Conjuring House because I know it bothers her. And I told Andrea, I said, I'm thinking about going up to your family farm for a day tour. And she was like, honey, I'm with you. She's like, please let me know if you enjoyed it. I'd love for you to see my house. So I did that like an hour and a half tour of that place, and it was just really cool to see the history there because they're so big on, there's so much, all the restorations that they had done and kept things natural.
Yeah.
It's a cool place to just, like, for me, I don't know if I ever want to investigate it, but I enjoyed seeing it and appreciating the history.
Yeah, I saw a special they happened to investigate this past year. Or last year. But yeah, I had her own, and I read all of her books on how to own, and they had that movie. Oh my god, the movie is for scare factor, yeah. But she was like, my mother didn't go chasing at her with scissors. That never happened. None of this stuff happened. Lorraine and Ed Warren, they never did exorcism. They would never do one. So that in the movie was not real. Because I said to her, I said, man, she had to go to the premiere. She had to. That's part of a contract she had. She had to do it. And she came out and just shaking her head. Oh my god. What they make her mouth look like? I don't.
Meanwhile, her mother got attacked.
Oh, she did. Yeah, she got thrown across the room. That's true.
Yeah.
And they thought they lost her.
Right.
But, I mean, the other stuff, that they had in the movies, like, yeah, we got scissors on it. You should never run the scissors.
Well, Andrea's dad punched his head and kicked him out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was so mad. He was constantly on.
Yeah, they got thrown out and they never came back in.
Yeah, no, see, and how it happened with some college kids were the ones that brought them there. And then they started doing the filming. And it's like, oh my god. And after that, her dad was busy tired. They had to hold it back because he was going to go at him. I mean, the part of the table moved, that happened too, I think. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah. I thought I read her books. Do you guys read her books?
I have one, but that's one of those. She's so amazing. I know I have to spend a lot of time and really read and go with all the schematics and all the notes that she put in there. So I have it on my list of things I want to read, but I just haven't had a chance to dedicate.
I got it through I got the ebook online, Amazon Kindle. I got it through there.
I bought mine straight from her. So
yeah, well, I didn't think about that when I was there because she was so busy talking to people and stuff. And I'm like, well, I bought one book there from my favorite author of mine. I don't know if I hear or not. Well, how do you do that? I'll do it with that one. Oh, yeah. Did you ever hear Mike Ricksecker?
yes, I love him.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah. He's the first time with me. I would get there sometime. He is so busy anymore. But I got his new book. It's called Journeys Through Time.
Yep, I have it.
Do you? Pretty good one, too.
I read it, and then I saw Mike at Michigan Paracon, and I said, you know, Mike, I love you to death, but man, you are too brilliant. I said, I can't understand half your things that you're writing because he's just so smart.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that was the book you told me I really needed.
Yeah, because it's all time travel and all these theories,
all physics, and yes, it's a good book. And the other one I have is one time it's a Shadow book. I got that one too.
Yeah, I have that. And then he also has that. He has a movie about that documentary that Andrea Perron's on. You can get it free through Tubi. It's called The Shadow Dimension.
I saw it.
Yeah, I loved it.
I have Tubi on my. I have a Roku.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, it's because he tours the house and he gets evidence and he zooms with Andrea, so they're discussing a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and it was like true stuff.
Yeah, when we're sitting around the table talking, and as she talking, and that was good.
I've met him 2 or 3 times, and I have nothing but respect for him.
I'm just every time I go to the Paratalk, I pick one up. The Steamboat edition he had in years back. I got that one. Yeah, he has tons of books. Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him.
Now, if you get a chance, get the House of Wills from Daryl Marston. And
what's it called?
Let's see. Daryl Marston. It's the House of Wills. Just came out.
Is that
W-E-L-S?
Say W-E-L-S or W-I-L?
W-I-L-L.
Okay.
Actually, give me 1 second. I think I have it right here.
Well, she just she'll find it for you.
Right there. House of Wills. And that's by...
Yeah.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
She'll find it. Yeah.
Jay. How you doing, Jay? What's new?
I'm good. Oh, there she is. There she is.
We thought you lost her. There she is.
Just left.
I said I'd be right back. I was looking to see if I had it.
Attention.
Yeah. I looked down at your corner like, here's some America.
Yeah.
But that
Who's
place,
the author?
Daryl Marston. He was on the reboot of Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, he was a good guy too. We met him year before last.
I've got to hang out with him quite a few times. And then Brian
I'm sorry.
Cano's.
I'm sorry, we said last name. I'm so worried or shaky. So what's the last name?
Marston, Marston.
Okay. Alright, I don't know. Okay. And it's first name Daryl.
And then Brian Cano's Grains of Sand. Phenomenal.
I know who he is. I was gonna have him on my show.
Yeah, I
He's
like
a good
him.
guy. Right, Cano. Yeah, I think I had that one on my list. Cause
Yeah.
of sand. Yeah. Yeah, cause I think he was at the last ParaCon. I
Yep.
saw him. So.
Now each one of these guys should be sending me money for putting plugs in for them.
Okay, I'll get one out for those two. Yeah, I'll look out for those.
Katlin knows them, so yeah, they ought to toss a little bit of something, you know.
Yeah, throwing
I'm gonna text Daryl after this and be like, "Hey man, just so you know, I put a plug in for your book."
Yeah, Jay's got a copy of it, so you know, come on.
Yeah, I've had
Put his
authors.
name on it.
I've had authors on too, so I usually give away one of the books.
Hey, all three of them, their books are great.
Yeah.
And I have a short attention span, so if I'm saying it, then saying I can actually pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Well, since we're plugging books, I got one for you. A great friend of mine, knew her for 10 years. Do you hear of a woman named Ann Rule? She's a crime writer. Ann Rule, R-U-L-E. Well,
I haven't.
Her daughter Leslie did ghost books, and she did the Coast. She had a ton, and she said I wanted a compilation of all her books that she did, and a few new ones. And I'm actually in the new one for my experience that Pooch found at school. That happened every year down at the end of the hallway, which is they had long hallways. And I was in what they call their bad teacher's room. And I was talking for like a few seconds, and then I like to sit there quiet. So I was sitting there for a while, and I heard the bang. What the hell? Like my son locker or something. And I jumped like, what the hell's that? And I sat there for a minute. So I was just taking what crap in. And like 5 minutes later, she walks down to, we just talking. Not just now, I talked for the last 5 minutes. While we were talking, and said, well, did you hear that bang? No, there's no bang. I was like, well, I picked that bang up on the recorder. And they never heard it. So, it's weird. So right beside me in there. So, that experience was in her book. And I got a picture too.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's
yeah. Yeah, I love her. She's cool. I'm gonna get some more stuff for her next book together. Might be in there a year or so, or a little more. She's getting the one out. But she's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you get chance to, her name's Leslie Rule. It's Leslie and Rule, R-U-L-E. So get a chance to read some of her books. Yeah, they're good. My favorite, I think, was one of the first ones, Coast to Coast. That's a real good one. You probably pick it up for a couple bucks. Or if you get the Amazon Kindle, it was down $2 a while back. I don't know if not. She has special going.
Well, I just put it in my notes to check out. So
Oh yeah, so you'll enjoy it.
Sure get it.
Really. She also did a true crime book too. That was really good. Check out that too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. I have that one too. Yeah.
I don't get to read that much.
What I've been doing my high school band, what I do is like in Amazon or Kindle when you bring in, you have the option to do read. It'll read for you. So it just text the read. I'm doing that because I open that across my eyes. So I just use that now.
I'll have to try that with my rest of my classes.
Yeah.
come on, you can do it.
I'm about done.
Get
Couple
done.
months.
Almost.
I haven't done it.
Alright.
Ain't like
Alright. I'll think of there so about I'll go to again. Next routine. Okay, investigation. Do you have any projects you're doing? Like, do you guys build stuff? Do you guys? Or
well, I mean, so one of our guys, Fred, he ended up making this motion detection box, and it's a neat little thing, and he calls it the Naps trap. So what it is, I don't have it with me. It's actually down in my workshop in my basement. You know, I pretty much keep all that down there because I got no room up here, and so this thing's got two sensors on one side, you know, on these two sides, and you got one up front, and then you got one on top.
mm-hmm.
And the reason why he ended up putting that sensor on the top, just in case something goes over it, like
Right.
one of those places got a people that like just crawling walls and stuff like that. And we, you know, he took, you know, we ended up doing the paranormal conference up at Hill View. He brought it up there. He had it on. People was looking at it and stuff like that. And I asked him, hey, you know, you want me to, you know, I can take it. I can test it out, do a video on it, do a video test when there's nobody around because I was working there that night anyway. He's like, well, yeah, sure, you know. So like every time I had it open, I would go down one of the MD hallways, flip it on, set it there, and I'm asking him to come out. Nothing, not a thing. I'm like, man, come on! I don't want to go just walk up and activate this thing by myself. So I told him, hey, you know, I asked him, you know, I'm going to be back up here in a couple of weeks. Let me try it again. And sure enough, the second time now, we actually got it to go off by itself. So I was pretty happy there. And then they had it down at the that little festival down in Greene County at the Historical Society. We was in a little spot called the Dungeon. And I'm like, well, I want to try it there. Just see. It was daylight. And one of my new ones was eyeballing this thing. And I guess I left. It was at the time I left, took Bubby over to the Lego convention up here.
Mm-hmm.
I came back and he was telling me, I think it was around that time. And he told me, Jay, this thing's it's lighting up. I'm like, why is it lighting up? It shouldn't be lighting up. I was seeing shadows go across, and the room I had it in had a window that's kind of high up. And I was like, it's probably, you know, these people walking by just picking up the movement. Well, I'm sitting there, I'm kind of eyeballing, you know, got my head around the corner there. And this one walked by, the shadow went by from, you know, the portion on the outside, and it never came on. I'm like, okay, this is strange. And if it came on with, nobody around it, then evidently something went in front of this sensor. Because I think after that, that's when the K2s was going off, the REM pods was going off. They was just pretty much lighting anything up. And that's one thing about it. They like playing with stuff that lights up.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll show you a sample quick that my friend made me. I'll show you some I could detect that bill. Let me grab it here.
And we were talking midday when all that stuff was going on,
Yeah.
too.
It was. Yeah, like I said, I had to go. I ended up coming up and getting Heather in a little bit.
Yeah, he had to
That was
unplug
a-
it because it was going off so much, he said.
Oh yeah, he was sitting right there watching. He does not get into this, not one bit.
Yeah.
And when that thing was going off, he went, "That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Huh? It's fun. You won't go with Dad, but you say with everybody else. So I see how you do it.
Yeah, he made this music box for me. And it's pretty cool. Batteries are dead right now, so I can't play sound, but it's called the Love Box.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
It's got a speaker on top.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect. I think it's pretty. I tested it about 15 feet out. It sees it. And what it did, I'll show you the inside. There's the last one too, that's all. But he made it with parts over the 3D printer. To do the big short fits. But if you look aside here, up here they have on and off switch and the volume control, and then you can fit a USB here and you put a sound you want in it. So that's kind of cool. And then it has the battery pack here side. Yeah. Pretty cool.
That's neat though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred's the one that'll build the stuff. I'm just the one that will constantly buy stuff.
Well, you and Fred got a really good idea on how most of that stuff works. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the motion detectors and stuff. I mean, but if it comes to hang-ups, I'm really not big on apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually scared the
just do the whole stuff.
I actually scared the crap out of the guy up at the fire museum. The guy sat on the bar stoop of the fire engine, step up, and I forgot to turn it off till we saw it, and he walked by and I screamed to his, "God damn it, Scott!" Oh yeah, sorry. At that time he was playing the really creepy lullaby song, and then I just had it loaded with the chickadees. So I thought I'd try that.
My music box plays Nightmare Before Christmas.
Old school. Yeah.
And Carrie and Judy's plays Jack, what is it? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I'll be the one that goes and buys, like, hey, this looks cool. I'm going to buy this. We'll see how it works. And then we all test it and just see, like, if we can figure out, how often is it going off. When we had the proximity sensor, and we put it in a room with nothing in it in one of the rooms at Hill View, and just started going off on a live. And so we were starting to buy into it on, okay, well, this could be good on investigations. But Scott Porter is a good friend of mine. He was on Ghost Asylum, and now he's on his new show, Secrets of the Asylum. But first time I hung out with him, he preached. He said, "You know what? You can bring anything and label it a paranormal device, then you could charge 4 times what it's worth."
Well, yeah.
And then he said, "You know what? Just look at it at an item. can you turn that into like what's it gonna do? So I've been big on like kind of improvising, Jay. Like we bought the light strip that was just motion sensor light strip, Walmart, $10. We used it on a few investigations, and that sucker just lit up. Like, so we're kind of big on you don't have to spend thousands of dollars when you can look at something and say, you know what, I can make that work.
So,
or there's a lot of little companies that make stuff and they're only charging $90, $100 for a music box, and it's better quality.
Yeah. I found that creepy sound. I'll play it for you.
That would freak me out.
Yeah.
I'd be looking around corners on that.
Well, that one that I bought, Dale has the Exorcist theme song.
Yeah.
And he gets a kick out of that one.
But just trying Nightmare on Elm Street. That'd be a good one too. Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah. And they have the 1, 2, Freddy, that comes for you. Oh gosh. I'm too much. I'll see how my what's up me. I don't. I got my doggy. She loves me.
We all got dogs here.
Yeah.
Mine's on the other side of the door. We're good.
Mine's upstairs playing with my parents. He's good.
Mine's just fat and lazy, so.
Mine's getting there too.
Mine's young and crazy. You saw him last week. Doing a live last week with him, and I had him with like a 10-inch bully stick. He goes, "Okay, put the dog on." He said, "Here's Hank." He's laying on the bed chewing on this thing. 5 minutes later, he was done with it. Oh, Hurricane Hank.
Yeah. Actually, I had a picture of my dog picking up during the show. It's funny. Yeah. Oh well, guys, want to wrap it up here? We're a little over our time.
Well, we have a big fundraising event coming up for Greene County, November 3rd and 4th.
Mm-hmm.
We have go through Greene County Historical Society's Facebook. None of us are getting a dime from this. All of it was done as a fundraiser because of Greene County. They are phenomenal people that run it. They're always really good to our team. So we decided to do a 2-day event with them. Jay, what is it? Night 1 is just the investigation, and then day 2 is investigation and like an all-day thing.
Yeah, the second day on that Saturday is going to start at 3. They're going to be pretty much like us explaining, the different equipment. Then after that, there's like a gallery reading, and then after that, they're going to have dinner right there, from their kitchen that they used to use back in the day. And from 6 to 1, that's them just hanging out with us for the rest of the night, just going all over the property.
Oh, that's like a blast.
It's going to be amazing, and we're actually having the people that take care of the place. They're going to be joining us, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
So we got awesome trigger objects.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
But anybody's interested.
You have to do the experiment with them chair. Put them real alone.
So if anybody's interested, go to Greene County Historical Society's Facebook or the NAP's Facebook, and we'll have the information there. But anybody that's willing to come down and hang out with us, we're a good time. So are they. But you're gonna get an amazing place that's not very easy to get into to investigate, and we're going to have a lot of different places. It's not going to be one building. So help out a museum and get to learn something about the poor farm, hang out with us. But most importantly, we're helping them out, and we're looking really. All of us are really looking forward to it.
Too bad I can't make it. I'm due for investigation. I usually do the fire museum at least once a year.
We'll get you next time.
Yeah. If I can find out with them, I'll plan vacation in Pennsylvania, and we can go do one together.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's one there, Hardeman Mansion. It's a good one to go to.
I don't know that one.
It's in Bainbridge, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Cool. I will.
So you have our dumbfounded faces on here.
No, I'm trying to remember how far it's at. I've heard of it though. Yeah.
We'll find it.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that place.
Cool.
Yeah, so I supposed to get 3 times. And I get a lot of stuff out of there too.
Well then, Scott, you got to come with us. We'll go do an investigation. You sound like you draw a lot of stuff out.
I get lucky. I do.
Definitely. Yeah,
I get a lot of good stuff. In fact, I'm thinking about on Halloween night, not definitely, but I might do best of EVPs show. Cause I got tons of them.
Awesome.
We'll see. So I'll have a Tuesday next week then. I've done before, so. You guys are episode 81 now, so.
Awesome.
October was 3 years for me, podcast. So.
Congratulations.
So yeah, I could talk to like-minded people or not like-minded people that you talk to. But I like having paranormal investigators on because we all been there and also like newbies come on too. Because you're talking about stuff. So, cool. Well, guys, it's a pleasure having you all night. And I'll definitely get back on. Definitely.
Yeah.
I am booked out November, and I'm taking December off. And I need a break. And I'll come back in January. But, yeah. And I'm trying to shoot for May. For his house. So, I don't know if you guys were interested in doing that. You did that already, right? You already did his house.
I've been there twice.
Cool. So, alright guys, I'll wrap up here, and if you want to, I will put the name of that picture going to this weekend, the fundraiser, in the comments after I get to here for the link. And your link to your page after them. So. Awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Well,
yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me, I'll start doing voice now. So next time, guys, have a good night and happy hunting.
Yeah.